There's been a lot of interest in one of my videos where I talk about a program that was passed with a giant COVID relief bill that was passed a few months ago that is now starting to take shape and starting to be funded in different states, that basically gives money for people who cannot receive loan modifications and other assistance, for them to reinstate their loans, help them pay back a lot of the expenses that they had during COVID, and help them save their homes. We talked a little bit about this. It's called the Homeowners Assistance Fund. This video, we're going to get more into this fund. I'm going to explain a little bit more on how to access it and what you can do to qualify for this type of government assistance, which is basically a cash payout. It's not a loan, it's a cash payout that helps people who are behind on their mortgage and who cannot access the different other programs that exist, who basically need the government assistance to be able to save their homes. There's $10 billion out there, which is allocated to the states, which will be spread out and given to certain homeowners in certain situations to help them come current with their mortgage if their default is related to COVID and to what happened after COVID. The question a lot of people are asking right now is, how do you access this money? How do I get information? I'm going to go over all that in this video. I'm going to explain to you what you can do and how you can get information about your state and what your state is doing for you, so that you can get some money to reinstate your loan or to make some other expense, to pay back certain other expenses related to COVID. However, before we get into that, what I want from you is for you to please like my video first, but also not only subscribe, but turn on the notifications on the subscription, because that way you get all the information that I have. Because what I do is I review all the different things that are coming out and all the different laws and all the different programs that people are going to be able to access into the future. My name is Diego Mendez. I'm a bankruptcy loan modification and foreclosure lawyer here in Miami, Florida. I've been doing this kind of law for about 13 years, and I've represented thousands and thousands of people, including people that I'm consulting with now who call my office and who get consultations with me for this type of situation that we're dealing with. A lot of people are calling me and they ask me, what can I do now that COVID's over and I don't know what to do with my mortgage? I can't pay it. A lot of times what I do is I talk to them and I explain to them what they can do to save their homes, how to look at all these different programs, and how you can apply for these different programs and get money from the government, or apply for loan modifications. So I'm going to get out into all that different stuff in about 5 seconds. So as I explained, HAF, Homeowners Assistance Fund, is something that's very special because it is not a loan. This is a government cash payout to homeowners in certain situations who qualify to get money directly from the government, which they don't have to repay, that is given to them to cover certain expenses relating to their homes that they either fell behind because of COVID or other situations that are necessary to reinstate the loan, all because COVID hit and they were unable to pay their mortgages. Now, that $10 billion is being spread out among the states. I did a small chart here of the top 10. This gives you an idea of how it's going. California, which is our biggest state, gets a little over $1 billion, and then it goes down. Texas gets a little 842 million, Florida 676 million, New York 539, Pennsylvania 350, Illinois got 387, Georgia 354, Ohio got 280 million, North Carolina 273 million, Michigan 242 million. Now, obviously, every single state and every territory in the United States has gotten at least the minimum is $50 million. So there's a lot of money flowing out there for people who are unable to pay their mortgages and who need money to come current and to do some other things involving their homes, all related to what happened when COVID hit and people lost their jobs and stopped paying their mortgages. Now, it's not available yet. That's the problem that we're dealing with. It's only available right now in pilot programs in Ohio, Arkansas, Connecticut, and New Mexico. If you live in one of those 4 states, then there is a pilot program. There is some money that's being allocated right now for people. However, everywhere else in the United States, it's not available yet. So in Florida, where I practice, what I did was I went on to the Florida Hardest Hit Fund. And how I found that was I just Googled HAF and Florida. HAF, Homeowners Assistance Fund, in Florida. And I found the website. I went on there and I filled out a little form that said notify me when the money is available. So as soon as Florida unleashes their money and basically makes it available for the public, I'm going to get a notification that that's happening. You can do that in your state. A lot of these states have something like that where you can go and have yourself be notified via email when that money becomes available. It's very important that you become proactive with this process because nobody's going to do anything for you now. Everything becomes something that you need to do. Now, who can get it? Now, this is something I spent some time researching and I've had some questions about it, and I want to be very clear. This is a program that's for owner-occupied properties. That's the first thing. I thought that maybe in some states there was some other non-owner occupied programs, which there might be state specific, but for this particular program, it's only owner occupied. So you have to live in the property. Now, if there is income, if your income is less than 150% of the median income of where you live, then you would qualify. So, to give you an idea, I'm in Miami. The median income in Miami household income is $51,000. So any household that makes less than $77,000, which a lot of people would qualify for this money. And you have to have a hardship that started after January 21st, 2020, which is when COVID started affecting the economy. So those are the basic parameters of who qualifies. There are some other restrictions, but this is basically it. So if you fall into this group, if in this situation, in these different groups, then you might qualify for some money from the government. Now, this money, the HAF program, is connected to the other government-assisted programs. So when you apply for HAF, that's probably why it's taking so long. They're also going to look at what other government programs you might qualify for. So they combine the different loan modifications and different things. If you have FHA or Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac or the VA or USDA, then they will look at those and say, okay, well, they qualify for this assistance through these programs, so therefore we won't give them the direct cash payout and free up that money for people who don't have any of those programs to fall back on. So they will balance what the government has to offer already for you and tie it into those programs so that you can either go through, basically when you apply for an FHA loan modification, they say, well, okay, we're going to give them that and not give them the HAF money. That's something that's going to happen on a case-by-case basis. There is an application process. This is not like some of the loan modifications that are existing right now that basically you just ask for assistance and they give it to you. There is an application because they're trying to stretch this money out as far as possible. They're making sure that you should allocate. They could allocate the other assistance to you first without giving these cash payouts. Now, what do you get? You get ongoing mortgage payments. So let's say that you qualify and you cannot make your mortgage payment. They will give you money to make your mortgage payments. So that's a huge thing. I'm not sure how many months or what it is, but this is a straight payout where the government's paying your mortgage without further explanation. That's what it is. Another thing that you can do, what they'll do is they'll give you money to reinstate your loan. So let's say you fell behind after January 21st of 2020 and you need $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to reinstate your loan. Boom, here it is. You have the money. It's paid to your bank and you are reinstated. It also pays for your unpaid property taxes, and if you fell behind on your property taxes or your insurance, they will pay for that. They are also, this is a pretty big deal here, if your home requires repair, like your roof needs to be replaced, and that's the only way that you're going to be able to keep your home habitable, then this program actually will pay for that. It's a pretty big deal. There are other things it will pay for. They will also assist you with other things like utility bills and things you weren't able to pay. These are things that if you fell behind on your FPL, on your power bill, it's called FPL here in Florida, but in other places it has different names. If you fell behind on your electric bill, your water bill, this program is a cash payout to make you whole on those programs. So it's a pretty big deal. Again, how do you get the money? Well, the money's not available unless you live in those 4 states, which I talked about. It's not available yet, but it's coming quick and fast because now that the moratoriums are over, this money is what people are going to rely on to fall back on to keep their homes if they don't qualify for any government assistance other than half. So that money is coming. Make sure that you go online, you find your state, you go onto their website. It's a very simple process. You put your name on their wait list, on the notification list, and just monitor your email and monitor the local news, because this is something that is going to come out on the local news, I would imagine. And of course, if you like and subscribe to my channel, and I promise you that when I start seeing these things come out, I'm going to do videos on this money, because then we're going to have more information as to how people can actually apply, and I'll look at the applications and different things that aren't available yet to look at, but will be in the next couple months. I've read that this is going to take a few months, but that the money is coming, the money is there, the states have the money, they just haven't, for whatever reason, they haven't started allocating the money yet. So again, my name is Diego Mendez. I've been doing this kind of law, foreclosures, loan modifications, and bankruptcy for many, many years, 13 years actually, and I've assisted thousands and thousands of people with these situations, and I've done my channel, Debt Law, Survival Guide for the Desperate Debtor, specifically for people who are dealing with these foreclosure situations now that COVID's over and we're moving into a regular economy. So if you like what I talk about, please like my videos, subscribe, turn on notifications, and keep watching, because there's going to be a lot of information coming out of the stuff that we talk about here on YouTube for everybody. Thank you very much.